The NFL season begins tomorrow night in Philadelphia. The Dallas Cowboys at the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm going to take you through all of my week one predictions. Okay. We started off Eagles number one power rank team going into the season, Super Bowl champs. The game is being played at Philadelphia, which is a notoriously difficult place to play. I think I heard John Gruden say something about maybe 27 and 0, 20 something and four, something like that. I think Jalen Hurts at home has only lost four games. Okay. Um, they have lost some guys on defense. The Eagles have cornerback Darius Slay, safety CJ Gardner Johnson, defensive end, their big guy, their big dog, Josh Sweat, defensive tackle, Milton Williams, and linebacker Brandon Graham. Okay. Though that we'll see what happens with Philadelphia's defense. Another question mark is going to be how is Saquon Barkley going to perform this season? Is he going to be able to stay as healthy as he did last season? Only time will tell. Okay. The Cowboys, they go in power rank number 22 on the season. The loss of Michael Parsons is a big, big deal. Everybody's been talking about this. Did the Cowboys make the right decision? Is it better for them to offload Parsons and that massive contract, pick up defensive tackle Kenny Clark and two first round draft picks? I don't know if you guys have seen the documentary, but Jerry Jones, he is a gambling man. Okay. Even with Micah Parsons last year, the Cowboys defense was absolutely horrendous. Okay. And this is coming from a big Cowboys fan. Okay. Adding Pickens, George Pickens, that might stretch the field a little bit more for the Cowboys, take a little bit of pressure off of CD Lamb, and maybe open up some more passing lanes for Dak Prescott as long as the offensive line can hold up. But it's difficult going into Philly. It's difficult playing the Super Bowl champs. It's difficult trying to stop that tush push. I got to go with Philly. I got to go with Pigskin. Josh has got to go with Philly this week over the Dallas Cowboys. Okay. Friday night, we are down in Brazil, Sao Paulo, Rio, one of those places. I don't know. Seems like an awful place to play a football game for me. Okay. The Chiefs come into the season power ranked number three. Now, all these power rankings are according to Fox Sports. Okay. Chiefs definitely have something to prove this season after that blowout loss in the Super Bowl. Okay. Pat Mahomes. Of course, he's going to do his thing. Okay, they are really, really deep at wide receiver. Okay, despite Rasheed Rice's suspension and the injury to promising rookie Jalen Royals, they still have Xavier Worthy, Juju Smith-Schuster, and if he can stay healthy, Hollywood Brown. And of course, don't forget the newly engaged man, Travis Kelce. Okay. Chargers, they start the season power rank number 11. This is honestly higher than I thought, but they did have an 11 and 6 season last year. First year under Jim Harbaugh. They played pretty good. Okay. Despite the injury, to left tackle Rashawn Slater, I think they're going to have a good team this year. Are they going to win the division? No, no, I don't think so. I think they come in second or third. Okay. Um, I hope they've got somebody to replace Rashawn Slater. That left tackle spot is very crucial for Justin Herbert. Okay. Najee Harris. I don't know what's been going on over the last couple decades with NFL players and the 4th of July. Okay. Hopefully Harris's eyes are okay. You can pick up them linebackers and the defensive backs running in. Okay. It's time for him to throw in another 1,000-yard rushing year like he did in his first four seasons. Omarion Hampton, their rookie running back, their pickup out of UNC. I am really, really high on this guy. Okay. Super, super promising. And him and Najee Harris, they could be one of the best dynamic duos from a running back standpoint in the league. Okay. Chargers, I think they're going to have a good team this year. I think Herbert's going to throw for over 30 touchdowns this season. But down in Brazil, Chargers are just not going to have enough. We got to go Chiefs. Bucks, Falcons. We got another division game. Tampa goes in ranked number 10. There's a lot of injuries on the Tampa side. Okay. Godwin, left tackle, Tristan Riffs could each miss a couple weeks. Wide receiver Jalen McMillan could miss more than that. Okay. Tight end Cade Otton and running back Rashad White, excuse me, have been also battling injury. Baker Mayfield, though, he's going to be baking. Okay. He's going to be baking this game. He's going to do well. Okay. Atlanta, they come in number 21. Okay. This is Penix Jr.'s proving year. He was good enough in his first three starts last year. He's got some good talent around him in Bijan Robinson, absolutely phenomenal running back out of UT, and wide receiver Drake London. Okay. He needs to manage the ball and not give the ball away to Tampa and make any silly turnovers. Unfortunately, even if Penix plays good, I got to roll with Baker Mayfield. The Bengals at the Browns. Okay. The Bengals, they go in number 7 in the power rank. This right here, this first game of the year for them, this is the battle for Ohio. Okay. We all know, I think, who's going to win this game. Okay. If you watched Quarterback Season 2 on Netflix, you know this is Joe Burrow's year to go out and absolutely cook. Okay. The defensive side has been helped out by getting the Trey Hendrickson situation all ironed out. Okay. That guy, he's going to play really well this season. Okay. Bengals, they're not going to start 0-3 again this year. Okay. Them starting 0-3 last year just absolutely destroyed their season. Okay. Expect Joe Burrow to throw some dimes. Expect Joe Burrow to be over 30 touchdowns, especially after the re-signing of Chase and that other guy. Okay. They're going to be on it this year. Okay. I should know that other guy's name, but I am blanking right now. Okay. The Browns, ugh, power rank number 31. Okay, they're overfilled at the quarterback position. That right there, that's going to be their downfall, and that's going to be the storyline the entire season. Okay. Joe Flacco, 40-year-old Super Bowl MVP Joe Flacco, he's a starting quarterback, but for how long? Okay. You know, at some point, everybody in the media is going to be saying, give Gabriel and Sanders a shot. That instability in the offense is going to absolutely destroy them. We all know who's taking this game, okay? The Bengals, and they had better take this game. All right, we move on to the Dolphins at the Colts. Okay, Miami, they're starting out, according to Fox Sports, power rank number 26. Okay, Tyreek and Devon Aiken coming off injuries. We'll see how they do on Sunday. At some point in the season, when is Tua going to get injured? Can the Dolphins rely on Tua to not get injured? Okay, they've got a couple backup quarterbacks. They got rookie Quinn Ewers and they've got Zach Wilson. Okay, not the greatest backup quarterbacks. Tua better keep himself as healthy as possible and not take some big hits. Okay, we'll see if he can go a season without getting a concussion. I don't think it's statistically possible at this point. Indy, not much better. Power rank number 27. Anthony Richardson, Daniel Jones, as they call him on the Pat McAfee show, Danny Dimes. He has won the starting job, but barely. Okay. Danny Dimes had no touchdowns, but also no interceptions in the preseason. Okay. Maybe he'll have a resurgence this season in Indy. I am high on Warner. You got to get the ball to him, tight end. Okay, Tyler Warren, something like that. Anywho, tight end out of Penn State. Okay, Sam Darnold. Okay, he had an amazing year, resurgence year last year. Maybe Daniel Jones will have the same. Okay. Oh goodness. Well, my pick, even though Indy is a 1.5 point favorite, as of making this video, I got to go Dolphins. Okay. Daniels, he's going to pull out some tricks. Tyreek, he's going to play. And Tua's going to be on this game. Okay. Raiders at the Patriots. Raiders go in power rank number 25. Geno and rookie running back Axton Janty hardly played in preseason, so it's hard to get a really good read on how they're going to do this year. I really like what I saw in Janty up at Boise State. I do think that he is going to be in for a big season. Do I think that he can break the 1,000 mark rushing? Absolutely. Okay. Between Janty running the ball and Geno dishing it out to Brock Bowers, and Brock Bowers, that guy's going to cook. That guy's going to be everybody's nightmare this year. Patriots, they go in ranked number 23, added Mike Vrabel as the coach, former player of the Patriots. And the Patriots spent $375 million in free agency this offseason. So how's that young team going to perform? Okay. Good thing is preseason is not a good indicator of how a team's going to do over the course of the season or whether they're going to make the playoffs or the Super Bowl or even win the Super Bowl. Okay. Vrabel's going to at least give them some direction. Okay. Man, this is a tough pick for me because I really don't know what to expect from either of these teams with the coaching changes. It's in Foxborough. I'm leaning towards the Patriots, but I think Chip Kelly, offensive coordinator of I almost called them Oakland Raiders, the Las Vegas Raiders. I think he's going to carve up some nice plays. I think he's going to be cooking. I think Bowers is going to get going, and I do think Janty is going to be going as well. So I'm going to have to roll with the Raiders. Cardinals at the Saints. Arizona, they start power rank number 13. Okay, they do have some talent on offense and defense. That's getting better. Okay, add in that the division is probably not going to be super strong this year, and that could help Arizona and lend them to being a little bit more successful than they were last year. But ultimately, it's all going to come down to how does Kyler Murray play? How's he going to do? Is he going to be able to stretch the field? Is he going to be able to use his legs? Is he going to be able to prevent the turnovers? We'll see. Against New Orleans, it frankly shouldn't be too hard. New Orleans is power rank number 32. Team's a mess. I really feel super bad for Kellen Moore. He goes in thinking he's going to have Derek Carr for the season, and he does not. Derek Carr ended up retiring and ended up leaving Kellen Moore with Spencer Rattler. Okay. Spencer Rattler started 6 games last year. He went 0-6 as a starter. He only completed 57% of his passes. Okay. They do have Tyler Shaw. Somebody correct me in the comments if that's not the way you say his last name. Honestly, just give the ball to Alvin Kamara. That's it. Okay. Hopefully that guy can stay healthy. I am not super thrilled about this game. I'm going with Arizona. I think the Saints are in for just an absolutely horrible season. I feel really bad for the Saints fans. But hey, you know what? If Arch Manning, even though he had a terrible game against Ohio State, if he ends up making some progress this college football season, Saints get the number one draft pick. Welcome home to New Orleans. Go play for the team your grandpa played for. Steelers at the Jets. Okay, Steelers go in power ranked number 6. Again, this isn't my power ranking. I'm taking the power rankings from Fox Sports. Okay, that is crazy to me. Okay, I do think the Steelers are going to make the playoffs just like they did last year. It's crazy to me how every single year it seems the Steelers make the playoffs. Mike Tomlin, an amazing coach. He figures it out. He takes all these pieces that he has and just makes it work. Okay. Seems like the guy never misses the playoffs. Okay. Aaron Rodgers, he needs to stay healthy. Okay. He needs to be a little bit more mobile than he has these last couple of years. They did add some pretty good players. Okay. Obviously, DK Metcalf. That gives him a big guy, big target for Aaron Rodgers to just dial it into. Okay. Jalen Ramsey, they added him. on the defensive side at cornerback, and Darius Slay as well. Two great cornerbacks right there. Okay. And tight end, Jonu Smith. Okay. But everything is going to hinge on AR8, Aaron Rodgers, number 8 for the Steelers. Okay. It's gonna hinge on him. Okay. The Jets power rank number 29. Justin Fields, man, I don't think that he is the guy at all. I think this is going to be a really long season, just like every season pretty much has been, always has been for the Jets, except for when they were, with Rex Ryan and, Mark Sanchez making runs into the playoffs. But I don't see the Jets doing much. I see the Steelers picking up an easy win. Hot in right here. We got another huge division game in the NFC East. Okay. Giants power rank number 24. Giants have looked all right. How is Russell Wilson going to do? He has not been the same since those Super Bowl years in Seattle. Okay. Will they roll the dice with Russell Wilson all year long, or at some point will they throw Jackson Dart in there and give him a shot? Jackson Dart, I do like what I'm seeing from him. I am, however, excited about Abdul Carter on the defensive side of the ball. I'm excited to see how he does and how he plays. Okay. I think he can get some pressure on Jaden Daniels, really get Jaden Daniels running around scrambling. But we all know Jaden Daniels, he was an absolute stud last year, right? Hopefully he doesn't have a sophomore slump, especially with adding Debo Samuelson and getting McLaurin's situation all handled as well. They've got some amazing weapons. I don't think, based on how that team is being coached, I don't think Jaden Daniels has a sophomore slump. I think he's still whipping that ball and running on those 2 feet. We're going Commanders in this game. Oof. Another one that you just want to close your eyes and look away from. I am sorry to say it, but the Carolina Panthers at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Panthers, they come in ranked again, according to Fox Sports, number 28. Okay. Ultimately, Coach Dave Canales said, are we going to be almost good? I don't know. At this point, almost good would more than likely be expectations for the Panthers. Okay. I think if the Panthers can get close to 500 this year, I think they can chalk that up as a successful year. I think if Bryce Young can throw more touchdown passes than interceptions and win some decent big games, especially when the pressure's on, let's say in the last 2 minutes, if it's a close game, take the Panthers down, win a ball game. I think that does not only a lot for Bryce Young, but I think that does a lot for the Carolina Panthers and their organization. Okay. Jaguars power rank number 19. Okay. How impactful is Travis Hunter going to be? Okay. I have no idea. He's coming off a little injury, but I think they play him both ways and he gets a few catches. Okay. Ultimately, I'd like to see him settle into a defensive back role. I think that would be absolutely phenomenal for the young man. Nice kid, nice guy. Love to see him just pick one position and stick with it. Okay. We got to go with Sunshine. We got to roll with Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars, baby. Titans at the Broncos. Okay. Titans come in power rank number 30, even though they picked up Cam Ward. Cam Ward, I do think he's going to have a good season, given everything from all the videos, all the highlights I've seen. I love this guy's commitment to football. I love this guy's commitment to becoming a good quarterback. Okay. Broncos might just be too much for him in his first NFL start at Mile High in Denver. Okay. Denver, they come in power rank number 14. I like what I saw from Bo Nix last season. He had a great year. The defense will start out hot and hopefully not fade like they did towards the end of last season. I think the Broncos could get really close to actually winning the division, depending on Bo Nix's play and depending on if that defense stays consistent throughout the entire season. We're rolling Broncos, baby. Niners at the Seahawks, division game. Okay. Ooh, Niners power rank number 17. They went 6-11 last year. one would think they would do better this year. Hopefully, Christian McCaffrey has fixed any issues that he's had going on and he can be 100% healthy because it is absolutely amazing what that offense and what that team can do when Christian McCaffrey is on the field making plays. Okay. Purdy, you got the big, massive contract. It's time to go out there and show them that you are worth that big contract, that you are one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL. Okay. Now, George Kittle, we know that guy gives his all every single game, puts his heart out there. If you have not watched the documentary Receiver on Netflix, George Kittle, he's awesome. He is just always positive. Okay. Expect a big year from him. I think the loss of Debo is going to allow Kittle to get more involved. Look for Kittle not only making catches and catching touchdown passes, but the way that he blocks as well. He's one of the best blocking tight ends in the game. Okay. Seattle, power rank number 20. Okay. They've got Sam Darnold throwing to Cooper Cup on one side and Smith Najigba on the other side. So Darnold's got some weapons. Okay. He had Justin Jefferson last season out in Minnesota. They had an absolutely phenomenal year. I believe it was 14-3 that they went. We'll see how he settles into Seattle. We'll see how Cooper Cup settles into Seattle. We'll see how Smith Najigba settles into Seattle. Okay. Ultimately, Niners are going to squeak this one out. I think they win by a field goal. Oh, mama. This game, the Detroit Lions at the Green Bay Packers. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. Lions come in power rank number 9. Lions, they've got something big, big, big to prove this year, just like they have ever since Dan Campbell took over. Okay. I don't know if there's a coach out there right now that I like more than Dan Campbell. Okay. You got to watch quarterback season 2, Jared Goff, Dan Campbell. He does some interviews on there. The guy is awesome. Okay. They they had home field advantage last year. They had their best season. They went 15-2, but they lost their first playoff game, which was just absolutely heartbreaking for them. Okay. They also lost their offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator and some key players on offense and defense. They're going to have a good year because I believe in Dan Campbell. Getting Aiden Hutchinson back, that sure is going to help on the defensive side of the ball. Okay. Packers, they jumped up on these power rankings by Fox Sports. They jumped up to number 4 because of the addition of Micah Parsons. Okay. Micah Parsons, he's got all the hype around him right now. We'll see if he can live up to it in Green Bay. I think he's going to be out to prove to everybody that he is worth that contract and that the Cowboys should have kept him. Okay. Jordan Love, if he can stay healthy, I think he's definitely a top 10 quarterback in the league. What age was Brett Favre when he won his Super Bowl? 27. What age was Aaron Rodgers when he won his Super Bowl? 27. What age is Jordan Love about to be? 27. Packers are all in on this year. They've got to be all in. They got to go all in. They got to make it happen. This is a very, very tough game for me to choose. I want to say Detroit. It's in Lambeau. Detroit's got something to prove. Lambeau is a massive advantage, in my opinion. We got to go Packers. We're rolling with the Packers. Big, big reason why. I think Micah Parsons gets that crowd hyped up out of their mind. I think he gets that team hyped up out of their mind. And I think he's going to go get him some Jared Goff. I think they're going to win. It's going to be a really, really close game. I don't see anybody score. Well, man, I shouldn't say that. Scoring over 30 points? Maybe. Could be a shootout. Could be a low scoring game. We'll see. Going pack. Texans at the Rams. Okay, Texans going power rank number 12. CJ Stroud is looking to bounce back from his sophomore slump. Okay, he took an absolute beating to opposing defenses last year. The Texans gave up 52 sacks last year. The new O line hopefully will hold up and allow CJ to have a little bit more time in the pocket. Rams, number 15. Okay, 37-year-old Matthew Stafford. He's been nursing that bad back. Okay, is his back going to hold up? Is Devontae Adams going to be worth anything on that other side of the ball? Time will tell. Okay, Devontae Adams, I'm not going to lie. Ever since I watched Receiver on Netflix, I have not been a big fan. I loved the guy when he was in Green Bay, but jumping around, I don't like the way he's been doing that. Okay, I think, man, the Rams, they're definitely the favorite because the game's happening in LA. But man, this is my upset of the week right here. We're going Texans. I'm going Texans. CJ Stroud, I think he's going to light it up. I think Devontae Adams and Matthew Stafford are going to be just one step behind. We roll into the Sunday night football game. Oof, this right here is a big one. Ravens at the Bills. Okay. Where do they play? Orchard Park. Is that the name up there in Buffalo? Ravens, power rank number two. Lamar, he's going to do Lamar things. Derrick Henry, he's going to truck some guys. He's going to do Derrick Henry type of stuff. Okay. Question is their defense going to be able to stop Jones? Okay. These two teams in the AFC, the Ravens and the Bills, they're kicking themselves these last couple years. They know they've got the team. They know they've got the personnel. They know they've got the players. They know they can dial it up at any time, but they have continued to fall short and not make it to the Super Bowl. Each of these teams right here in the AFC, it's Super Bowl or bust this year. They've got one of them has got to make it happen. Okay. Bills go in power rank number 5. They added Joey Bosa and Tre'Davious White on defense, which should be a nice little treat for them. Okay. Bosa, hopefully he can stay healthy and have a little bit of a resurgence in his career and become that playmaker that he once was. Even if he shows a little glimpse of that, say over 75% of the season. I think that's going to help Buffalo's defense. Okay. My pick, Lamar Jackson is going to do Lamar things. Derrick Henry is going to do Derrick Henry things, but Josh Allen and that offense of the Bills is just going to be too much for the defense of the Baltimore Ravens. And the defense of the Bills is going to find a way to shut down Lamar and to shut down Derrick Henry. We're going Bills. Monday Night Football. We got a big in division game right here. Minnesota at the Bears. Vikings, they come in power rank number 16. Okay. It's going to be a far cry as far as their win record this season from last season. JJ McCarthy, who knows? I think there's so much unknown around this guy, so much uncertainty, not only in the preseason, but I just don't know about that guy. Okay. Justin Jefferson, he keeps having issues with his hamstring. If Justin Jefferson can stay healthy, we all know he's the best receiver in the league. Okay. Bears power rank number 18. Ben Johnson, offensive coordinator of the Detroit Lions last year. Can he make the Bears great again? Can he take Caleb Williams to the next level? Can they develop their relationship in a way that Caleb Williams trusts Ben Johnson and Ben Johnson can trust Caleb Williams to make the correct audibles at the line based on what the defense is giving them and telling them? Okay. I don't know. This is such a toss-up game for me that I'm just picking blindly right here. And I guess we're rolling with the Minnesota Vikings.